my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the moon.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rheanie, for those of you that are new here, where we talk about everything cruelty-free beauty and skincare. Is it just me, or does it feel like this year is literally going by so fast? Like, I feel like every time I do these update videos, I say that every time. Depending on when you're watching this, we could be already in the new year, so if that's the case, Happy New Year! Today is a long-awaited video. I'll be talking about my 1-year TRETINOIN update. And in case you're wondering, I am wearing a big, like, massive hoodie. It's so cold in my filming room today, so I borrowed my fiance's sweater. So before I jump into it, I will, if this is your first time seeing me, if this is the first time you're seeing my TRETINOIN journey, I will refer you to the playlist up in the corner there. I've done my 3-month update, 6-month, and 9-month, and now I'm doing my 1 year. And I've also have a lot of, I get a lot of frequently asked questions too, so I have a couple videos answering some of my most popular questions that I get on being TRETINOIN. So if you're interested in that, please make sure you check out that playlist and then come back to this video so that way you're all caught up. I'm gonna quickly brief on my thoughts throughout the year, and I'll be providing pictures as well. Throughout the other updates, I only gave just a couple pictures, but I'll be really going in depth in this video. So make sure you grab your tea, some snacks, little green tea here. I've been really obsessed with this. This is the Tazo Zen tea. I've been so loving Tazo. It's been becoming one of my favorite all-time tea brands, but it's what I'm drinking, so I highly recommend you grab something, and yeah, meet me back in just a second. It has been such a journey with this little guy right here. I can't even begin to tell you. Well, today I am going to begin to tell you. So in months 1 to 3, as I said in my original video, some of the main reasons why I decided to go on TRETINOIN in the first place is because of how powerful it really is. So TRETINOIN is part of the vitamin A family. There's so many different avenues you can go down if you want to use a topical vitamin A, TRETINOIN being one of the most powerful. It's a very thoroughly inspected, science-backed, study-backed product, essentially. So it's been proven to help with acne, with pigmentation, premature aging. It's the only thing that's proven to help reverse wrinkles, which is, even that in itself is super powerful. The whole spectrum of like skin issues, large pores, shown to help with excess sebum production as well and help regulating and balancing the skin. And just hearing quite a few dermatologists that I follow on YouTube talk about it, and also a couple ladies that I have mentioned in my previous video, one being Melissa55, another one, I'm so sorry, I can't remember her exact handle here on YouTube, but I believe her name is Jennifer. I'll put her picture up on the screen here because I don't think I mentioned her in my original video, but she was also one of the biggest catalysts for me deciding to go and take this journey. But if you remember my first video, oh my god, it was rough. I cannot even begin to tell you. I wish I had pictures to show you exactly how bad it was. I was so embarrassed the first couple weeks, going up to like the first month, over a month of being on TRETINOIN. When people say that they are scared and that's the biggest reason why they're scared on going TRETINOIN, I don't take that lighthearted. I agree most of the time because it's nothing to joke about. And with that being said, I don't mean to scare anybody when I say this, but you do have to take the purge very seriously. I do get on occasion some comments saying that they're not experiencing anything. They're on like the 3rd or 4th month mark and they haven't seen anything, which is, oh my god, like you're in the slim percentage of people who don't experience side effects, because most people do experience side effects. So consider yourself very lucky. I was not, unfortunately, one of those individuals. I was going through a lot of purging, flaking. The biggest thing, like I was breaking out and whatnot, but my biggest thing was the flaking. Not even flaking, it was straight up peeling. Like, I don't know if you've ever gotten a chemical peel. I actually never have gotten a chemical peel. I've gotten laser procedures, but I've never gotten a chemical peel. But I've seen how they look like, and it's very close around my jawline, my mouth, the corner of my nose, kind of like the center part of my face was where it was excessively peeling the most. As hard as it was with those first 3 months, I would also have to say on the flip side of that coin is that was when I seen the most dramatic results to my skin. Now that I'm on my full 1-year update now, within the 1 to 3 month mark is when I've seen the most drastic change, and I think that you would be able to see that through the picture as well. It just really helped clear a lot of the pigmentation, I feel like. I had a lot of darkness on my cheeks. I get a lot of PIH and PIE. I feel like tretinoin has really helped with that and really helped control that. So that was probably the biggest thing for me. And also it's pretty good with acne control as well. In the 3 to 6 month mark, started doing twice a week. Leave at the end of the 6 month mark is when I upped it to 3 times a week. My skin was finally starting to acclimate to it. I wasn't getting that excessive peeling in my skin. I was still flaking. Slowly introducing some products back into my skincare routine. I really made it simple for the first couple months, and I decided to bring back in my BHA liquid, my liquid exfoliant. Right after the couple weeks after I mentioned it in a updated skincare routine, I just decided not to bring it back into my routine because I found it just really irritated my skin more than anything. So I decided to cut that out. Decided to incorporate niacinamide into my routine, a peptide serum, a good moisturizer. That was always important throughout this whole thing, is to find a really good moisturizer and gentle cleanser. We as in my fiance and I, we went up to have a little mini road trip, a little mini hiatus, and my skin just freaked right out. It was the worst that I've ever seen my skin, and I've actually had a couple people mention to me that it looked like contact dermatitis, which now looking back, and for those of you that don't know, I am an esthetician student. Looking back on those pictures, I can almost guarantee that is what it was. Unfortunately, I still can't quite narrow down what that was exactly, but I've never had a reaction like that ever since. So it could have been the traveling, just the stress at the time. So it could have been all those things really. And from the 6 to 9 month mark, that is also when I decided to go from 3 days a week to every second day a week. And I did that for a couple weeks from what I remember. I remember I didn't do that for too long, and then I decided to up it to every night. I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but I'm using tretinoin 0.025%, and that's the lowest strength that you can get. The biggest thing that I've noticed from month 1 till now to 1 year later is the darkness and just overall ruddiness that I had on my cheeks. It really cleared that up and evened out my skin tone a lot. It's been such a big help with treating acne breakouts. Like if I were to get like one of those big sore pimples, as long as I treat it with tretinoin the night before, it wouldn't even come to a head the next day. It would be completely gone. To the touch, it wouldn't even be there. So it's been a really huge saver to help deal with acne breakouts. The places that were already pretty clear to begin with on my face are just so smooth now, the areas that were already clear. In this part of the video, I wanted to make very abundantly clear a couple things that I feel like I need to mention. So number 1 is tretinoin will not get rid of your acne altogether. I think I can't remember if I have mentioned this before, but this is something that needs to be said. If you're somebody that's dealing with a lot of acne, tretinoin is amazing to help deal with it, but it won't necessarily get rid of it, if that makes sense. And that's something that I didn't really anticipate in the beginning. That's not something that, going into something you're hoping that it'll work and it'll be like a miracle cure for you, right? But being on tretinoin now, I don't regret it, and I still will continue to use it, but it's not a be-all end-all miracle cure, right? So you have to get to the bottom of why exactly you are continuously breaking out. And for me, I'm in esthetician school, and I'm pretty sure, I would say I'm about 95% sure. I know now why I am breaking out, but I don't want to say what it is yet. I want to put it to the test. I want to give it some time and see if that is exactly why I'm breaking out, which if it is, I'll report back to you guys and let you know what it is. Another thing is that I've seen on the internet is some people have been saying that tretinoin will actually age you. It can be dangerous for your skin and it thins the skin and all this sort of thing. Almost a bit of fear-mongering. I've been hearing a lot from certain people, and I just want to clear the air up on that too. So yes, tretinoin will thin the skin, but it only thins the very most top part of your skin, which is called the stratum corneum, which is what you want. Okay, that's the whole purpose of whether you choose to manual exfoliate or chemical exfoliate, going for regular facials. Like the whole point, what the end goal is to buff down that ever top layer of the skin so it's nice and smooth. You do not want a thick, rough top outer layer of skin. But what it does do, and that's something that a lot of people don't realize, is tretinoin actually thickens the dermis. So you have your, give you a little lesson here. So you have your top layers of skin. So that's your epidermis, and that's where the stratum corneum sits and all the other stratum layers. And then underneath that, under the epidermis, you have the dermis. Underneath the dermis, you have the subcutaneous, but we're not talking about that. The dermis is actually something that tretinoin will actually help thicken over time, which is exactly what you want when it comes to skin aging, when it comes to dealing with scars and all that kind of stuff. That the dermis, if you can thicken that, boost collagen, stimulate fibroblast cells, that is exactly what you want. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. And to address the other side of that some people are saying that tretinoin can age you. It can if you're not wearing sunscreen, okay? So that's something else that I really want to make abundantly clear, which I think I do try to make clear in every single one of my tretinoin videos. There's also a couple other things that I wanted to mention that tretinoin hasn't helped me with yet. Pore sizing. My pore size has, I would say, probably not changed at all from the moment I started tretinoin. And in terms of scarring, like actual scarring, where there's indentations in your skin, not like hyperpigmentation, I haven't noticed any difference with that as well. Those types of scars are a lot harder to deal with, and in most cases you require more treatment other than just a topical cream, right? You might have to resort to needling or lasers or chemical peels, superficial to medium depth to very deep. It really depends. Going on into the new year, I am going to continue tretinoin. The parts in my skin that I've seen results so far are pretty amazing. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't see the point in me going up in percentage, which is something that a lot of people are so eager to do, to jump up to like the highest strength available, which guys, like, you really just let go of that mentality, because in my opinion, especially becoming an esthetician now, there's so many other skincare ingredients that you can incorporate into your skincare routine that also helps with different things, right? And if you jump right away to like the most highest strength available of tretinoin, it cuts out all the other ingredients. Like, your skin would not be able to tolerate it. There's something that's called skin threshold, and when it comes to using a very powerful ingredient like tretinoin, your skin threshold, you're kind of like maxing it out at that point. If you're using a very high percentage, you're not going to be able to tolerate any other skin ingredients. So that's my personal reason why I wanted to stick to the lowest percentage, especially now that my skin's totally acclimated. If you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments below. Before you ask a question though, please refer to my previous tretinoin FAQ videos, because I might have already answered that question if you're about to ask it. But if it's something that I haven't addressed yet, yeah, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I love you all, and oh my god, I can't believe I totally forgot to say this, but I just recently hit 1,000 subscribers, which thank you guys so much. I can't even begin to fathom the fact that I'm over 1,000 subscribers now. It's the craziest thing. But yeah, anyways guys, I love you all and Happy New Year, and I will see you in my next video.